They told you getting older meant slowing down, losing your edge, and saying farewell to intimacy. But they were wrong. Dead wrong. I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping seniors restore their vitality, blood flow, and emotional closeness after 60. I've worked with thousands of older adults across the U.S., and what I've learned might truly surprise you. Most people assume that prescriptions or hormone therapy are the only answers. But they're missing the real story. 4 simple fruits could be the natural key to restoring your energy and intimacy. No pills, no gimmicks. These fruits don't just taste great. They supercharge blood flow, revive libido, and reignite the closeness many thought was long gone. And yes, they still work wonders even in your 70s or beyond. In just a moment, I'll walk you through each of these fruits and exactly how to use them to feel more energized, connected, and confident in your own skin again. So stick around. This could change how you experience aging forever. Before we dive into these 4 remarkable fruits, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss powerful health insights crafted specifically for your golden years. And if you find this useful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read them all, and I'm here to keep growing with you. Now, let's jump into the good stuff. The 4 fruits that can bring back your circulation and restore your intimate strength after 60. These aren't magic pills. They're nature's quiet healers, working in sync with your body, not against it. And the first fruit? You probably already have it in your kitchen. 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. Back when I first started my practice, I believed only medications could help older adults restore circulation. But over time, by listening to my patients and studying those who aged well, I realized that one of the most powerful answers was hiding in plain sight. Red grapes, not some exotic herb or synthetic drug, just ordinary red grapes. These little gems are packed with one of the most effective circulation-enhancing compounds in nature, resveratrol. This natural antioxidant helps blood vessels relax and expand, sending more oxygen-rich blood to the brain, heart, muscles. And yes, to your intimate areas. Red grapes are special because they don't just support overall health. They target where aging hits hardest first, the lower body. Cold feet, reduced response during intimacy, and quick fatigue all trace back to poor blood flow. And when circulation slows, so do energy, desire, and emotional connection. For older men, red grapes can be a game changer. Daily intake has been linked to stronger, longer-lasting erections because resveratrol boosts nitric oxide, the molecule that triggers and maintains arousal. But unlike medications, grapes do this naturally, gently, and without side effects. For women, red grapes improve circulation and sensitivity in the pelvic region, where blood flow often fades with age. That means more comfort, more warmth, and a deeper emotional experience during moments of closeness. It's not just about physical function. It's about bringing back the feeling. What amazes me most is how something as humble as a bowl of grapes can bring back what so many had given up on. I've had couples return months later, surprised by how a tiny change brought back such a big part of life. And every time, I remind them, it's not magic. It's just smart science and better habits, and we're only getting started. Because the next fruit on our list doesn't just boost circulation, it quietly protects your kidneys and defends your intimate well-being. Are you ready to find out what it is? Asterisk 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. If there's one fruit I used to overlook, it was cranberries. For the longest time, I saw them as just that sour side dish at Thanksgiving, tart, red, and forgettable. But over the years, something changed. I began listening more closely to my older patients, the ones who still felt vibrant, strong, and intimately connected to their partners. And guess what? This fruit kept coming up in their stories, so I dug into the research. And what I discovered completely shifted my thinking. Cranberries, it turns out, are among the most powerful protectors of kidney health and the urinary system, two areas that quietly shape how we experience energy, comfort, and intimacy in our senior years. Here's why that matters. When kidney function drops, toxins build up, blood flow weakens, and inflammation starts creeping in where we least want it. That means lower libido, reduced sensitivity, and for men, weaker, shorter erections with less stamina. But cranberries step in like silent warriors. They're packed with natural compounds that calm inflammation, cleanse the urinary tract, and protect blood vessel health, especially around the pelvic area. This isn't just about preventing discomfort. It's about restoring the flow of energy and connection where it matters most. In men, better kidney support means stronger blood pressure regulation and increased nitric oxide, both essential for healthy, long-lasting intimacy. In women, it often means fewer urinary issues, more comfort, and renewed confidence when it comes to closeness. I've seen it firsthand. Patients quietly struggling with recurring irritation, dryness, or fading desire, finally finding relief. With something as simple as a handful of cranberries or a splash of unsweetened juice. When you remove pain and discomfort from the equation, real emotional connection has room to breathe again. So whether you sprinkle them on your salad or sip them in your morning routine, cranberries earn their place not just for kidney health, but for intimacy, circulation, and emotional peace. But what if I told you there's a fruit that doesn't just protect your inner health, but sparks something inside? A fruit that lifts your energy, revives testosterone, and helps your body remember what it was truly made for. Let's talk about that next. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. There's something about papaya that just feels like sunshine. Maybe it's that golden orange glow, or how it melts in your mouth like a soft reminder of easier, warmer days. But underneath its sweet, tropical flavor lies a hidden power, one that most people over 60 have no idea about. Papaya is one of the best fruits for reigniting male vitality and restoring deep, healthy circulation. I remember one patient, a retired school principal, who came to me feeling drained. He wasn't sleeping well, felt no spark and intimacy. With his wife had become something he only remembered. He was eating right, walking daily, and still felt empty. That's when I suggested one small shift. A cup of papaya each morning, blended with a little Greek yogurt. Weeks later, he walked back into my office with a quiet grin and a few awkward laughs. Something had changed, and he knew it. Papaya is rich in vitamins A, C, and E, plus enzymes like papain that soothe inflammation and support digestion. But what really sets it apart is how it supports testosterone and improves oxygen flow, two things that fuel erections, energy, and that youthful feeling we all want back. For men, it promotes hormone balance and strengthens blood vessel flexibility, which means firmer, more dependable performance. For women, papaya helps ease dryness, improve circulation to the pelvic area, and boost overall arousal, all while supporting the adrenal glands, your body's stress buffer zone. The best part? It's not a supplement or a prescription. It's just real food. A fruit you can scoop with a spoon, enjoy in the morning, and actually feel working from the inside out. Papaya won't promise miracles or instant fireworks. But what it does bring is something more real. A warm return of energy, connection, and the desire to be close again. And just when you think fruit can't offer anything more, wait until you hear about the one that nourishes both your heart and your hormones, helps you sleep deeper, feel lighter, and love with more warmth. Let's talk about cherries. 4. Cherries, the intimacy booster. There's something comforting, almost romantic, about a bowl of cherries. Maybe it's their deep velvet red color, or the way you don't just eat them. You savor them. They make you slow down. And as I've discovered, what cherries do inside the body is even more powerful than their taste. Years ago, I met a couple in their late 60s who had been married over 40 years. Their love was still strong, their bond unshakable, but something had shifted. The husband told me he felt disconnected from his body, sluggish, frustrated, quietly mourning the passion that once came so easily. His wife, kind and patient, missed their intimacy but didn't want to add pressure. They were ready to try anything natural. I suggested cherries. Yes, cherries. Based on studies I'd seen showing how they support circulation, lower inflammation, and boost sexual response. They didn't expect much, but they gave it a try. 2 months later, they walked back into my office more affectionate, full of energy, even laughing like newlyweds. And I knew exactly why. Cherries are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation in blood vessels, increase nitric oxide, and improve blood flow. That's not just great for your heart. It's essential for arousal, sensitivity, and sexual response. For older men, that means improved blood flow to the penis, firmer, longer-lasting erections without depending on pills. For women, cherries enhance circulation to the pelvic region, increasing comfort, sensitivity, and emotional connection during intimacy. But here's what makes cherries truly special. They don't just work on the body, they work on the mind. They're naturally high in melatonin, which improves sleep quality. And when you sleep better, hormones rebalance, stress lowers, and emotional openness returns. These aren't just biological effects. They're the building blocks of meaningful, lasting intimacy. The beauty of cherries is in their gentleness. No jolts, no side effects. Just slow, steady nourishment that helps your body and mind reconnect. In a world full of medications and pressure, that kind of quiet healing is a gift. I've watched cherries transform relationships, not through magic, but through a soft return to connection. They remind the body what it's capable of. And sometimes that reminder is all it takes to feel close again. Now that you've learned about these 4 remarkable fruits, you might be wondering, how do I actually start? How do I make this a part of my life without overcomplicating it? That's the exciting part, because what comes next is all about making it real in a way that's simple, sustainable, and even enjoyable. If you're still with me, it means something inside you is ready for a shift. Maybe you've felt slower lately, less connected, or just tired of being told this is just aging. But here's the truth. It's not, at least not entirely, because your body still wants to respond. It still wants to heal. And with the right nourishment, it absolutely can. That's why I love this approach. We're not talking about extreme diets, expensive supplements, or exhausting routines. We're talking about fruit. Real, whole, natural fruit. Something your body knows and welcomes. And the results? They may start subtly, but grow powerfully over time. Start small. In fact, I recommend picking just one of these 4 fruits, the one that speaks to you most. Maybe it's a handful of red grapes in the afternoon. Maybe it's adding dried cranberries to your salad. Maybe it's scooping out fresh papaya with your breakfast. Or maybe it's a few cherries in the evening as you unwind. Whatever it is, begin there. Let your body feel it. Let connection slowly return. And watch what happens next. Asterisk, there's no wrong way to begin, and no pressure to change everything overnight. What truly matters is consistency. A steady daily signal to your body that says, I choose life. I choose flow. I choose connection. In the coming weeks, you might start to notice small shifts. Warmer hands and feet, a sharper mind, deeper sleep, and maybe even a quiet spark returning in moments of intimacy. These are your signs. These are your bodies. Whispers saying, I'm still here. And here's something I've learned after decades of working with seniors across the country. It's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s rebuild closeness after years of emotional distance. I've seen women find comfort in their bodies again and feel beautiful, not because they turned back time, but because they nourished the life they still have. So, today, I invite you to take a new look at your fridge, your fruit basket, or even your next grocery run. See fruit not just as food, but as fuel, as healing. As a step forward, let this be the day you begin. Not because someone told you, but because you deserve to feel good again, stronger, more connected, and more alive than you thought possible. You've learned what to do. You've seen what's possible. Now, the next step is yours, and I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. This is just the beginning. At some point, many of us start quietly accepting less energy, less touch, less connection, not because we want to, but because we think that's just how aging goes. But I want you to hear this from one human to another. That belief is a lie. You are not finished. You are not too old. And your body has not given up on you. These 4 fruits, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries, may seem simple, but they represent something far more powerful. A daily invitation to remind your body of what it's still capable of. To restore not just blood flow, but confidence. Not just intimacy, but the feeling of being fully alive. Think about what your body has carried you through. The decades of hard work. The stress, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices. The laughter. The losses. The victories. Your heart has beaten through every second. Your blood has moved through every moment. And now, in this chapter where connection matters most, where love and closeness mean everything, you deserve to feel supported, not sidelined. These fruits aren't magic. They're not a cure-all, but they are a quiet revolution. They work gently, patiently, in the tiny vessels, the hormone signals, the emotional memory of what it feels like to desire. And to be desired. I hope you walk away with more than just a grocery list. I hope you carry this belief. It's not too late to feel better, not too late to reach for connection, not too late to look at your partner, or even yourself, with a spark that never really left. Because aging doesn't just take, it gives. It gives us perspective. It gives us the depth to love more fully, to savor more intentionally, to understand what really matters. And when your body is nourished, when your circulation flows freely, your heart opens to all of it. So if all you do tomorrow is toss a handful of red grapes into your lunch, or sip a little cherry juice at night, know this: you're making a choice to honor your body, not because it's broken, but because it still has so much more to give. This is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new one, a path toward renewed energy, deeper connection, and maybe even a rediscovery of the you that's been waiting beneath the surface. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now it's your turn, because you deserve joy. You deserve intimacy. And you deserve to feel good again. And here's the best part. This journey doesn't begin with a prescription. It begins with a piece of fruit and a decision to believe your best days are still ahead. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live more fully, more freely, and more authentically. So now I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you're taking with you today. What's one change you're ready to make? Let's lift each other up. Let's remind each other what's possible. If this video helped you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read every reply, and your voice matters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing health insights. Thanks for watching, and here's to living boldly on your terms.